It is a Wednesday, and for the first time ever, right here on the Student Investor Podcast, we're doing a new segment to add into our podcast. And this segment is called Stock Review Wednesday, proudly sponsored by the Shift app, the easy way for you to invest in the global world and get access to the New York Stock Exchange and get the companies that you love within the palm of your hand using the Shift app. So guys, without wasting any time, let's get into this episode. Hello future millionaires and billionaires, Ivyn Sambo here with another episode of the Student Investor Podcast, and today it's a Wednesday, and which means basically it's time to do a stock review Wednesday, proudly sponsored by the Shift app, to look into the New York stock market. And today guys, we'll take a closer look into ChargerPoint Holdings, a company that I love in the New York stock market. And today I'll just give you guys a rundown basically of what exactly is ChargerPoint Holdings, what does it do, and what is my understanding of this stock in the New York stock market. Guys, do remember that stock review doesn't constitute as financial advice or doesn't mean that you must go buy the stock. You need to do your own research and understand it. And also guys, every stock we review right here in Stock Review Wednesday is available for you to buy inside the Shift app and be able to invest into the global market. So let's take a look into the background of ChargerPoint Holdings. ChargerPoint Holdings basically is an American electrical vehicle infrastructure company that designs, develops, and manufactures electrical vehicle charging stations in America and Canada. Basically, create what we can say in South African term garages for cars that use electricity. This company not only create the infrastructure for the charging point, but also create and develop their own software to manage and control these charging stations within America and Canada. This company went public in 2021 with an SPAC merge, and ever since then guys, this company has gained a lot of attention from investors that are looking into investing into the electrical vehicle space. And this company has gained a lot of popularity because of the rapid growth of the electrical vehicle industry. ChargerPoint recently guys extended its network of fast charging electrical stations with a new agreement with Mercedes-Benz and MN Power Energy Company in America, which sees ChargerPoint creating a large number of electrical vehicle charger point stations throughout America and as well as throughout Canada. And for a lot of investors, they see this as a growth or a positive growth level for the company, because North America and Canada are seeing a large increase in the popularity of electrical vehicle, and a lot of investors are seeing this as a win for themselves in the long term, as more and more people start using electrical vehicle, and more the demand for electrical fast charging station for those vehicles basically. Because if you use normal stations that are not fast chargers, they take a lot of time to charge a vehicle. But ChargerPoint is basically guys what we can call a AV fast charger station, and one of the few in America that are doing this at this point. And if you can go look at the financial performance of ChargerPoint Holdings, currently they have a market cap of around $3.88 billion, and currently their share price is trading at 12.2 cents per share US dollars per share in the New York stock market. And a lot of evaluators are evaluating the share price to be sitting at around 15.42 cents per US dollar, and meaning that there's a difference because the company share is valued as at $15.44 per share, but currently trading at $12.22 per share, which means basically the company is still undervalued. But guys, you must know that this company is one of the most volatile companies in the New York stock market, and their share price goes down and up like no one's business, and is classified as a high risk long-term stock in the New York stock market. And one of the positive things about this about this stock in the New York stock market is that 51% of it is owned by individual investors and does not have that much level of institutional investors invested into it, meaning it's still seen as an underdog. Remember guys, this stock has a market cap of 3.88 billion US dollars, so it's still an underdog, still coming up. As I said, they just got listed in the New York stock market in 2021, so they're still new in the market, they're still new in the bigger scheme of things. But as I said, the electrical car industry itself is still new, it's not that much regulated, it's not that much liked by a lot of people. Some people are still conservative, some people still need to still see petrol as the only way to use a vehicle, they still see diesel as the only way. So the electrical space is still not that much dominated, even in America, Canada, and even in Europe as well. So if you look at the industry analysis of the electrical space, you can see that there's a huge rapid growth in this industry, and government still on basically continues around the world to push for the adoption of electrical vehicle as a way to fight climate change. However, there is also an increase in competition in the electrical vehicle market basically, and ChargerPoint is one of those companies that are in the space and dominating right now, but there are a lot of competition that is coming in, and also a large amount of the traditional automotive companies that we know, for example your BMWs, your Toyotas, your whatever you can name, are also now trying to move into this space, and also they are coming with their own charging point station basically, which gives a ChargerPoint Holdings a competition and a run for their money in this industry. As much as it is not that much big, but it's growing very fast, and we're seeing these traditional companies coming in and want not only to create vehicles that are using electricity, but they also want to create their own charging station for those vehicles that they are creating basically. So that's something that to take into account when you're looking into this electrical industry basically. So now let's look into the investment consideration that we must have as investors before buying or investing into any company. One thing that investors must consider about ChargerPoint Holdings should be that the company's financial performance as well as the industry itself and the outlook of this industry, right? Look at how this company has been performing. Although the company's growth, value growth is something to consider, the net loss of the company is something as well that you must look into as well, guys. Furthermore, as an investor, you should consider the increasing competition of the electrical vehicle market as well, and the possibility of more government regulation coming into this industry. Right now, as we see, there's not a lot of regulations around this industry. It's not that much regulated, but we know as much as we can say government is not there now, but the more this industry grows, the more regulation that's gonna come in to enforce it and ensure that it stays in within what governments see fit and right within the specific countries. And we know American politics sometimes tend to change overnight, so we must look into, for me specifically speaking, my biggest worries around regulation that will come in to this industry soon, because we know that government will never allow an industry to grow rapidly as the electrical vehicle industry is growing right now without a level of regulation that they come in with. So soon we may see a level of regulation station coming in. And also, guys, this company's financial performance is something that we as investors need to consider as well. As I said, net loss is something that you need to consider as well. Yes, there is growth in this company. Yes, there is new agreements with Mercedes-Benz and some other companies as well that are creating energy to ensure that the power stations, the power station charging station basically that this company has, have the energy that it needs to charge their cars, as well that Mercedes-Benz cars, electrical vehicle cars in North America and North America, but Canada and USA, a large portion of North America, have a station to charge their cars. But also, guys, regulations are my biggest worry when it comes to this industry and when it comes to ChargerPoint Holding. And in conclusion, guys, my view of this company is a positive view. I see ChargerPoint Holding as a company that has a great position in the electrical vehicle market. For me personally, I will keep on holding it and buying it within the Shift app. I will probably hold it for now and get more of it because I see it as a industrial leader around charging station for electrical vehicles, because currently there's no one dominating that field of the electrical market as ChargerPoint is dominating. The electrical vehicle market itself is a little bit competitive in nature, but the electrical vehicle charging station market side is not much dominated, besides just Tesla having their own infrastructure and BMW having their own infrastructure. But ChargerPoint Holding comes in as the universal charging point, fast charging point for all electrical vehicles in Canada and North America. And also, this information is not fully verified, but there is rumors that they may be going into the European Union, excluding UK. I don't know why, because UK is out of the European Union, but they will go to the AU, meaning going to Europe. But also, it's a rumor that they may be as well going to Australia to create electrical vehicle charging stations as well there. So guys, that this is the weekly stock review, proudly sponsored by the Shift app, an easy way to invest into the global world and get access to the companies you love in the New York Stock Exchange as well. Guys, do remember to download the app. Do remember also to share this podcast, guys, with a friend, with the family. Give us a review on Apple Podcasts. Give me feedback through my website, which is www.ivansambo.co.za. As always, guys, until next time, and I am your student investor, Ivyn Sambo.